Day 129. 2 Samuel chapter 8 and 9. 1 Chronicles chapter 18. Today we are diving into passages filled with wars, victories, political decisions, and one surprising act of kindness that changed a man's life forever. The first whisper from the scripture centers on the fact that success is not always a sign of strength. Sometimes it is a sign of God's help. David defeated several powerful nations, and as we read, we see a repeat of this statement. And the Lord preserved David wherever he went. David was skilled, he was strategic, he was courageous, but Scripture keeps reminding us that his victories were not achieved by human ability alone. That is unusual, because modern society teaches people to act as if success comes only from personal intelligence, networking, hard work, or talent. Sometimes the invisible hand of God is carrying a person through battles nobody else can see. There are people who worked hard but still failed. There are businesses with great ideas that collapsed. There are talented individuals who never got opportunities. So when God grants success, humility is necessary. Many people become proud after small achievements. Some forget God after promotion. Others begin to disrespect people once they gain influence. But David's story reminds us, never confuse divine help with personal superiority. The job you have, the open doors, the protection, the opportunities, the survival through difficult years. Not everything can be explained by effort alone. And when you remember that God helped you, it changes how you treat others. The next whisper warns us how some people will bring you gifts after they realize you are winning. King Toi of Hamath heard that David defeated Hadadezer, a mutual enemy. Immediately, he sent gifts and congratulations to David. Why? Because people naturally move towards strength, influence, and success. This is a very realistic lesson about human relationships. Sometimes, when people see you struggling, they stay distant. But once success appears, support suddenly increases. People who ignored you may begin calling. People who doubted you may suddenly celebrate you. People who never helped may begin offering partnerships. This does not mean every relationship is fake. But it teaches discernment. Success changes how people respond to you. David understood diplomacy, but he also understood wisdom. Many people become emotionally carried away by attention that arrives after success. Some lose focus trying to impress new admirers. But be careful. Not every gift represents loyalty. Sometimes gifts simply represent recognition of power. That is why wisdom is important when success arrives. In the third scripture whisper, we find out that real leaders organize things well. David organized leadership roles carefully. Joab led the army. Jehoshaphat handled records. Zadok and Ahimelech served as priests. Sariah worked as secretary. This is the administrative part of the passages of today, and why does it matter? It does because powerful people often fail, not from lack of vision, but from poor organization. David understood something many modern leaders ignore. Growth without structure creates confusion. This applies everywhere today. In schools, businesses, churches, families, or organizations. Some parents want peaceful homes but have no structure. Some business owners want growth but refuse delegation. Some leaders want excellence but keep every responsibility to themselves. David's kingdom succeeded because responsibilities were clear. A strong leader is not the person doing everything alone. A strong leader is the person who builds systems that work. This lesson is especially important for school owners, entrepreneurs, and ministry leaders. If everything collapses whenever one person is absent, the structure is weak. Organization is spiritual wisdom too. Next we find out that kindness to one person can change an entire destiny. Now we move into one of the most touching stories in the Holy Bible. The story of Mephibosheth. David asked an unexpected question. Is there still anyone left of the house of Saul, that I may show him kindness for Jonathan's sake? This is unusual because Saul had tried to kill David many times. Normally, ancient kings eliminated the previous king's family to secure power. But David chose kindness instead of revenge. Eventually they found Mephibosheth, Jonathan's son, who was crippled in both feet. Imagine his fear when the king summoned him. He probably expected judgment. Instead, David restored Saul's land to him, and invited him to eat at the king's table continually. This is one of the greatest pictures of mercy in the Bible. There are people today carrying emotional wounds, financial struggles, disabilities, rejection, shame, or painful backgrounds. Many expect rejection from society, but one act of kindness can completely redirect someone's future. A scholarship can change a child's destiny. A recommendation can open doors. A kind employer can restore dignity. A mentor can rescue a struggling teenager. A compassionate teacher can heal hidden pain. David teaches us that real greatness is not seen only in conquest. It is seen in compassion. The world already has enough powerful people. What it needs are powerful people with kindness. Do you know that your relationship with people can bless your children later? Why did David help Mephibosheth? It was because of Jonathan. David never forgot his covenant friendship with Jonathan. Even after Jonathan died, David honored that relationship by helping Jonathan's son. I will show him kindness for Jonathan's sake. This teaches something deeply important. The way you treat people today may affect your children tomorrow. Some doors open because of relationships built years earlier. Some children receive favor because of their parents' integrity. Some opportunities appear because someone remembers kindness from the past. Many people burn bridges carelessly. They insult helpers. They betray loyal friends. They destroy relationships over pride and temporary emotions. But the Bible shows us something unusual. Good relationships can outlive you. Jonathan was gone, but his kindness still protected his son. This is why character matters. This is why loyalty matters. This is why integrity matters. You may think nobody notices your goodness today, but one day, your children may eat from tables your kindness prepared years earlier. Lastly, we touch on how you can sit at the table even after life has wounded you. So Mephibosheth dwelt in Jerusalem, for he did eat continually at the king's table, and was lame on both his feet. Notice this carefully. Mephibosheth remained crippled. His condition did not immediately disappear, yet he still sat at the king's table. Many people think they must become perfect before they deserve dignity, purpose, opportunity, or love. But Mephibosheth teaches us that wounded people still have value. Some people listening today carry invisible pain, trauma, rejection, failure, regret, divorce, poverty, disabilities, depression, disappointment. Society often sidelines wounded people. But this story says something different. Your wounds do not cancel your worth. Mephibosheth could not walk normally, but he still belonged at the king's table. And sometimes, God will place people in rooms they never imagined entering, not because they are perfect, but because grace invited them. Never allow your scars to convince you that your future is over. As we close today's reflection, these chapters leave us with powerful truths. Success should produce humility, not pride. Not everybody around success is loyal. Strong leadership requires organization. Kindness can change destinies. Good relationships outlive generations. Wounded people still deserve a seat at the table. The stories we read are not just ancient history. They are mirrors reflecting modern life. And perhaps the greatest lesson of all is this: victory may make you powerful, but kindness reveals your true character. Thank you for listening today.